Yeah, big gaping hole where the fender used to be. So let's fix that. This is the way it came when I got it. And those of you who've been following me, that I did all that work up in the inner fender well. Last video, put on this door sill and this jack point. So now I can put the fender back on. It looks like it was cut off with a pretty fine blade. There's a little bit of a gap right there up front. Should be able to bridge that with weld. Down here, there's some extra metal. It's the remnants of that door sill. I'll need to clean that off, get that where it fits that lap properly. The spot welds were drilled out kind of large, but I can make that work. So, and yeah, it should made up okay. Looks like you got a little sloppy with the saw there too, but I can fix that. So clean up the underside of this. Won't hurt to wire brush all this and get that seam sealer out of there. Yeah, I think today's just going to be about fitment, cleaning up, getting fitment right, and then the welding will happen tomorrow. Heat gun, putty knife, wire brush. That's how you get rid of that crap. All right, after wire brushing, there is an old repair that was done by brazing. And I don't think my welds will stick to that. Plus there's rust perforations there anyway. So I think the best thing to do is cut that section out and scab in a little, maybe triangular piece of metal to get that lap over that piece there, right? And then on the bottom, this is going to be a little bit trickier because it still has a piece of the sill on it. And I don't know that I can separate, probably with a grinder, I can separate those two, the remnant, and at least drill a hole and get a rosette weld on that lip. So that's what I'm running with right now. So I was able to get those remnants off just using the bench grinder, kind of surgically peel that stuff off. But yeah, the copper areas is where it's been brazed, and I don't know that weld's going to stick to that very well. And I still have those rust perforations, but now that I have it, it actually fits pretty well. So I'm just going to cut out a rectangle and see if I can get a little piece of sheet metal to conform to that contour. Yep, take that out. Put that here, mark it out, cut it out. The original piece didn't have that much of a contour, just a little valley, and I'll be able to bend that as I cook this metal up. Yep, definitely better than it was. Okay, let me clean up the other, the mating surfaces on the car, and then we'll start lining things up. All right, got it cleaned up. Got to get that paint off there, or it'll pull it into the welds, both sides, right? So Okay, should be good to start lining things up. Well, some of these gaps I'm not super happy with. Guess it was more like a sawzall, especially in here in the door jamb. But I can bridge that. I mean, it's good shiny metal. That'll take weld really well. So I'm going to start with just some little fixing. Just kind of fix things in place as I go. Looks like the drilled out spot welds are going to line up nicely. And then once I get down to here, I'll need to do a little bit of beating and pressing, but should be able to make that conform and look pretty darn good. Well, I got farther than I thought I would this afternoon. Most of the welds look pretty good. Where it's a wider gap, I'm having to bridge, and that means, you know, thicker welds. But all that grinder fixes all that. I'll need to put at least one screw in here to pull the sill and this jamb together. See how the door is looking. It's not too bad. It's a little bit tighter at the bottom. Yeah. All right. Well, when I get some more shielding gas, I'll finish this one off and grind the welds, and we'll see how it looks. All right. I got another bottle of shielding gas, so I've welded up all those huge spot welds that the previous owner had just really drilled out excessively. If you remember, there was a pretty big gap here, so I had to do a lot of bridging. But, you know, if it's good, clean metal, your bridging is not that bad. Usually what I do is do a really, really fine little bead on the top edge, because your pool is going to drip down. Go along on the top part of the cut, and then, like I said, put a little fine bead, and then follow up with more beads that just kind of drip down to join the metal together. So, and this transition here turned out okay. I'm going to need to put some seam sealer in there. That's a pretty big gap. But I think everything is going to be structural and sound. And keep in mind that there's a piece of there's a seal that goes on top of this metal here. So those don't have to be dressed up super nice. They'll be covered anyway. All right, the grinding is done. Turned out pretty good. Not too bad. Got a couple little pinholes through here, but body filler, which it'll have to have body filler. Metal didn't warp too bad from what I can tell. Of course, the story won't be told until body filler's on there and primed and everything. So, yeah, I think this was a successful venture. Oh, also, I did have to get in there and join that strap back together that was cut with a sawzall. So, fender's stout. It's solid. It's got zero flex. So, happy about that. I'm going to slap some primer on it and move on.